Hello everyone. In this session, let me discuss different problems using bisection methods. So, till now, what we have studied is we have to use bisection method to solve a given polynomial in 5 stages. But here, one more statement is added to the given problem, corrected to 3 decimal places. In the sense, we have to find the root of this particular equation, and that root will be correspond to 3 decimal place. In the sense, after an integer, you have to suppose if you are going to take integer here, after integer you have to put only 3 numbers or 3 digits. So answer should be in terms of 3 decimals. Now let me solve. The procedure will be same, but while taking the digits of calculation, while calculating you have to take the digits corresponding to only 3 decimal places. Let me do. First step, same procedure. Take the given value f of x value as x cube minus 2x minus 5. Next, keep on giving the values for x. In the first approximation, let me give x is equal to 0, so that f of 0 will become 0 minus 2 into 0 minus 5. So in the first step itself, I have obtained a negative value, right? Whatever may be the value, f of 0 is 0 cube minus 2 into 0 minus 5 will be minus 5. So it is less than 0. Fine. In the sense it is negative. Now let me give x is equal to 1. So f of 1 value will be 1 cube minus 2 into 1 minus 5. So again you are going to get negative value. But what we are interested in is to find positive value. So let me give x is equal to 2. So f of 2 will be 2 cube, wherever x is there, replace it with 2. 2 cube minus 2 into 2 minus 5. So after simplification, you are going to get minus 1. So again it is less than 0. Next, let me give value of x is 3. So f of 3 will be equal to 3 cube minus 2 into 3 minus 5. So after simplification, you are going to get 16. It is positive value. So I am going to stop here itself. What I did is, I have given the values of x right from the minimum value. Since I have obtained one positive value and one negative value, so just preceding values I have to take. Therefore clearly I can write the roots lies between 2 and 3. Now as per the procedure, what is the formula? Xn is equal to a plus b by 2. Bisection formula it is. Now first value I have to take a, second value b. So x1, first approximation we are doing. So first approximation, x1 is equal to a plus b by 2. That is 2 plus 3 by 2 is 5 divided by 2. 2.5. x1 is 2.5. Now we have to find f of x1. So wherever x1 is there, you have to put 2.5 whole cube minus 2 into 2.5 minus 5. Now let me simplify. 2.5 whole cube minus 2 into 2.5 minus 5. So 5.625. So it is positive value. F of x1 is positive. But we have to search for the negative value in the previous step. So in the previous step, first value negative is for x is equal to 2. So clearly say the roots lies between x is equal to 2 and x1 is equal to 2.5. Let me write that. The roots lies between x is equal to 2 and 2.5. Now let me do the second approximation, in the sense x2 value. So first value will be a and second value will be b. So 2 plus 2.5 divided by 2 is 2.25. x2 value is 2.25. Clear? Now f of x2 I have to find. F of x2 is 2.25. Wherever x is there, replace it with 2.25 minus 2 into 2.25 minus 5. So after simplification, 2.25 whole cube minus 2 into 2.25 minus 5. So what I have obtained is, see here, after simplification I have obtained 1.890625. 1.890625. Fine. So I can write 1.89, which is greater than 0. Now I have to look for the previous value where it is negative. So it is positive, here also positive, it is x is equal to 2 is negative. So the roots lies between x is equal to 2 and x2 is 2.25. So take first value as A and second value as B. Calculate the third approximation, in the sense x3 value. 2 plus 2.25 divided by 2. 2 plus 2.25 divided by 2. That will give us 2.125. Remember, so when you simplify this, you are going to get 2.125. See here, 2.125 you are going to get. You have to write all the digits. Why? Because we have to find the root up to 3 decimal places. So that is the reason I have written after decimal point we have to write 3 decimals. While calculation of approximation, that is x values, x3 values you have to write after decimal point, 3 digits you have to write. Now let me calculate f of x3. 2.125 whole cube minus 2 into 2.125 minus 5. Difference is that since they asked you to find 3 decimal places, so x value, after calculation of x value, if you are going to get more number of digits, you have to take 3 digits only. If you are going to get only 1 digit, you can write as it is. If you are going to get 2 digit, you can write as it is. If you get 3 digit, you have to write all the 3 digit. If you are going to get 4 digit, you have to write only 3 digits. Clear? Now let me simplify this. So after simplification, 2.125 whole cube minus 2 into 2.125 minus 5 is 0.345. Let me simplify once again. 2.125 whole cube minus 2 into 2.125 minus 5 gives us 0.345. Anyhow, it is positive. Here you can write as you want. Why? Because we are interested in x values but not f of x values. So f of x is greater than 0. So we have to search for the previous negative value. Again it is for x is equal to 2. Therefore the roots lies between x is equal to 2 and x3 is 2.125. Now let me calculate fourth approximation, in the sense x4 value is 2 plus 2.125 divided by 2. 2 plus 2.125 divided by 2. Now look at here, we are going to get 2.0625, right? So if you want the root, that is answer, exact answer, you have to use all the digit of x so that you will get particular answer, 2.0625. Clear? x4 I have obtained. Now let me calculate f of x4. So wherever x is there, replace it with 2.0625 whole cube minus 2 into 2.0625 minus 5. So 2.0625 whole cube minus 2 into 2.0625 minus 5. That gives us minus 0.3513. It is less than 0, right? So we have to find the positive value in the previous step. So look for the positive value. Here it is, right? F of x3, that is x3 value is 2.125. Therefore the roots lies between, here x3 is 2.125 and x4 is 2.0625. Let me take first value as A and second value as B. So that let me calculate fifth approximation. Fine. x5 is equal to 2.125 plus 2.0625 divided by 2. 2.125 plus 2.0625 divided by 2. Now we have to look for, here this is the important step. Why? Because they have asked us to find the digits up to 5 stages, right? So 5 stages in the sense x5 value I have to find. So after simplification, x5 is, let me write the value, 2.09375. I have written all the digits. See here, 2.09375, 2.09375. Clear? Now what they asked is we have to correct it to 3 decimal places. In the sense, after point we have to round up it to 3 places. So we have to, this step is very important and it carries 1 mark. So last step is, for only last step you have 1 mark. The required root is, now you have to round up this after 3 decimal, 1 2 3. So you have to round up this value. After 3 it is 7, so greater than 5 in the sense this value will become 4. Fine. 2.094. I think you are familiar with round-ups value, right? 2.09375 can be written as 2.094. So after decimal point you have to write 3 digits. You have to round up the rest of the values. So this is the required root. I am repeating once again. The procedure will be same. First step, f of x you have to take, and let us give values for x right from the minimum values, so that one value should be positive and one value will be negative. Then the roots lies between those two particular values, and calculate by using the formula. Follow the same procedure, but at the last step, in the sense, in this particular problem they have asked you to find up to 5 stages, right? So in the x5 value you have to round up to 3 decimal. Suppose if they asked you to round up at 4 decimal, you have to round up right from here. So you have, suppose if you have 6 here, you have to make this as 8. Clear? Hope so it is clear. Now let me go through the next problem. So here you have a second problem. Find the real root of the equation x e power of x minus 1 is equal to 0 using bisection method, and we have to perform 5 stages. In the sense, we have to find the value of x5. Now the procedure is quite simple and it follows as the previous problem. Same procedure you have to follow. The difference is that you have to know how you are going to calculate these values using calculator, and let me show you. First step, let us assume given value as f of x. Now keep on giving values for x. So I have given x is equal to 0. I have calculated f of x. So it is minus 1, it is less than 0. Next I have given x is equal to 1, so that f of 1 value will be 1 into e power of 1 minus 1. Fine. Now how can you calculate 1 into e power of 1 minus 1? If you know e value, you can directly substitute. But if you don't know e value, listen to me, I have 1 into e power of 1 here. Power is also important here. Clear? So anyhow you are going to multiply 1 here. 1 into e power of 1 will be e power of 1. Now you can see shift button here. See the calculator, you can see shift button here. First press the shift button once and look at this button ln. So in the ln button itself you are going to get e value. First, from the beginning I am explaining. First you click on shift button once. Fine. After that press this ln button. So you will get e. So e power next you have to put. But you should not use cap here. E power 1 is none other than, you have to press 1. E1 represent e power of 1. Then press equal sign. So you will get e power of 1 value is 2.718. Minus 1 I have. So in that let me subtract minus 1. So what you're going to get is 1.718. So anyhow it is positive value. I'm repeating once again. Suppose if you're going to calculate e square value. So if you want to calculate e square value, first step is click on shift button. Fine. Next click on this ln button. So you will get e here. We have to calculate e square, right? Then press 2. That's all. No need to press cap and anything. So E2 is 7.38. Clear? Suppose if I want to calculate e power of 0.5. Then just the same procedure. Shift button, ln button, 0.5 power value. That will give you the result. Clear? Now I have obtained x1 value. Now let me do the same procedure. One is negative, one is positive. So I can clearly write, therefore the roots lies between 0 and 1. So formula is xn is equal to a plus b by 2. Let me take first as a and second value as b. So when you do the first approximation, it is x1, right? So first approximation will be x1 is equal to a plus b by 2. 1 by 2 is 0.5. Now let me calculate f of x1. So wherever x1 is there, x is there, replace it with 0.5, e power of 0.5 minus 1. Now here comes the calculation part. look at the calculator. Observe carefully. 0.5 into e power of 0.5 minus 1. I'll simplify this in one shot. See here. 0.5. First click 0.5. Fine. Next, e power of 0.5 I have. Click shift ln 0.5. Next, minus 1. Minus 1. That will give us minus 0.175. Anyhow, it is negative. I am repeating this calculation once again. See here, 0.5 I have. First press 0.5. Next, e power of 0.5 I have. Next, shift button, ln button, 0.5. Next, minus 1 I have. Minus 1. That will give us minus 0.175. So anyhow it is less than 0. We have to look for the positive value in the previous step, and it is for x is equal to 1. Therefore I can clearly write the roots lies between x is equal to 1 and x1 is 0.5. Now let me take a as 1 and b as 0.5. So second approximation, that is value of x2 will be 1 plus 0.5 divided by 2. 1 plus 0.5 divided by 2 is 0.75. Now let me calculate f of x2 value. Replace x with 0.75 in the given problem. So that 0.75 e power of 0.75 minus 1. Now again the calculation. See carefully. First press 0.75. 0.75. Next, shift button, ln button, 0.75 minus 1. That will give us 0.587. So let me write 0.5877. Anyhow it is greater than 0, positive value, right? Now look for the negative value, and it is for x1. x1 is 0.5. So clearly I can write the roots lies between 0.5 and 0. This value 75. Right? Now let me calculate third approximation. Given by x4 is equal to a plus b. 0.5 plus 0.75 divided by 2. 0.5 plus 0.75 divided by 2 is 0.625. So x4 is 0.625. Now we have to calculate f of x4. So 0.625 e power of 0.625 minus 1. Again 0.625, shift button, ln button, 0.625 minus 1. That will give us 0.1676. Anyhow it is positive. Right? Now we have to look for the previous value where we have negative. And it is for x1, right? 0.5. Therefore the roots lies between 0.5 and 0.625. Clear? The roots lies between 0.5 and 0.625. Now let me calculate fifth approximation. I'm sorry, here it is third, right? So x3 it is. So I have to calculate x4 is given by fourth approximation. It is 0.5 plus 0.625 divided by 2. 0.5 plus 0.625 divided by 2. That will give us 0.5625. Now we have to calculate f of x4 value. 0.5625 e power of, more the digit you are going to take, more approximate value you will get, that's all. So 0.5625, shift ln button, 0.5625 minus 1. That will give us minus 0.0127. Anyhow it is negative, right? So we have to search for the previous positive value, and it is for x3 0.625. Therefore the roots lies between 0.625 and 0.5625. Clear? Procedure is same, just I am showing you the simplification, that's all. So let me calculate fifth approximation. That why? Because we have to calculate only 5 stages. So this is last step. x5 is 0.625 plus 0.5625 divided by 2. 0.625 plus 0.5625 divided by 2 give us 0.59375. So the required root is, you have to write the conclusion, and it is mandatory. The required root is 0.59375. Hope it is clear. Fine. The procedure is same. You have to go through this, and after this video, I'll send you the problem, few more problems. You do the same procedure, and you have to send the answers to me. Continue in the next session.